up to something a little different today. Um, I started working on yesterday. I started working on a poster for basically just like some visual representation of the promulgation of information that there's a panel at PAX East this year about dev streaming. So I I'm filing the stream today under creative because I don't know if I'm going to be doing much game dev today. I will. One thing I will do though is I'll still be running side quests, of course, because obviously side quests. Let's get that up and running. There it goes. I hope I didn't leave it in a broken state. I was hacking at it the other day just to get a screenshot out of it, which I kept doing weird things to like the how things draw and like what shows up on screen. But it looks like it's in order now. It looks like it's doing okay. So yeah, that's basically it for the preamble. I'll kick it over to screen mode. Although I don't actually have anything on screen yet. Hold on, I'll fix that in just a moment. Yeah, so what I'm working with to make this is Inkscape and Paint, and I've got a little bit up so far. So basically all I've done is zone out like how I want the content laid out. The upper dark region here is I think where the names of the panelists will go. The names and something else. Either I don't know if I'm going to use. I might do like multiple versions, like on some version. I don't know, because I'm thinking like. So it's not literally just going to be the panelist names. I think it'll also be either their I'm some either or both their company name and the channel on which they stream primarily. I can figure that out. But yeah, so there's 6 panelists. So I'm thinking like I don't know. You can fit that. Oops. You can fit 6 names pretty easily in a space like this. So like just for example it might be like I think I need a bigger brush. So like here's a person's name, 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 and then like their whatever that additional piece of information is. And of course that's like not to scale. I would actually like use the space a little bit better, I guess. Like actually like have it so that it's a nice big font so that it's fully legible, not literally just a little scribble across the screen. And one thing though is that if I do like company names actually for one of the like two of the panelists are like they work together, so I would actually probably want to do like a combined sort of thing, like show both of their names next to each other and then also put their like company name kind of between them, maybe something like that. Oh yeah, and so then I do have so the middle of the middle range of the screen is what I started working on in Inkscape. So let me just open this real quick. Where is it? No, it's not in here. It's no, wait, what is that was the new folder button. I did not mean to make a new folder. I meant to go up 1 level. Up 2 levels, in fact. Miscellaneous, I think. Device styles, yeah. So I don't know if this is exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm thinking I'll just like stack because like the panel's about dev streaming. So it's like, how do I convey this graphically? So what I'm thinking of possibly doing is basically like taking like this so the background is like that purple color, but like so what I did is I made like I made these devices on like a separate layer, so that what I'm thinking of doing is basically like stripping these or like having a band like so this middle range would kind of have this like this device texture stretching across the screen. I don't know if it's clear, but like these are supposed to be like monitors and like tablets and like smartphones and stuff, all like edge to edge. And then and then I plan on like filling in the gaps between them with just like flat purple or whatever, but then cutting out the screen space and having another image laid under the screens, um, such that they kind of like all together represent like an image, uh, kind of underneath them a little bit. I don't know. The thing that I really am not clear about is though what exactly the what exactly the screens are showing, because I don't know what is like the visual representation of game dev. I'll have to figure that out at some point. um, so like I have a few ideas. Oh, hey, SQ2 official, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, Chat is really tiny. Hold on, I'll make it bigger and then I can read better. Uh, Caps Island, welcome. Hey. Um, so yeah, we were just looking at. So this is like, oh yeah. So the thing that will change though is like this isn't literally what I'm going to use. This is like roughly something similar to what I might use. But the thing that I realized is that I actually don't want the devices to like line up square to the edges of the square to the edges. I actually want them to like overlap and run off. So I think I'll do like vertical, like they'll be flatly so like they'll line up like they'll share like a bottom line and like a top line. Like for example here they don't share a top line. They're like just kind of like jagged along the top. But yeah, so instead of sharing the sidelines, they'll just like run off in either direction, and some of them will get cut off by the edges of the screen. But instead I'll they'll just take up like roughly like it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm thinking like roughly this middle space. And also they'll probably be a little bit smaller relative, so like maybe not that small, but like relative to the size of the poster. I think like the texture will probably be like, I don't know, I can play with the size of the texture because like it's actually like, I mean there's a lot of screen space here. Like I've been by screen space I mean spaces, like space representative of these devices screens. But even that, there's like even with all that screen space, there's also a lot of noise, and so anything I try and draw underneath it will get like really obscured. Like one thing I tried was to see if what it would look like if I put text underneath here, and like text just like really doesn't show up because if you tried to put like an H or like an F or something, like the horizontal bars of them like might get covered up entirely by these like horizontal strips of like the device edges, and so I'll have to work around that restriction somehow. I think like the whatever image is shown on these screens is probably going to be very like big and iconic, like big shapes, and I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with palette. Like so far everything is in this like purple and white, but I tried using white, and like that just like muddies the edges of the monitors, and so I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. Some of that I'll have a fair amount of that. I'll figure out as I go, I guess. But yeah, these are roughly. I'm satisfied at least with the shape of the pieces themselves. Like it's supposed to be like a TV, computer monitor, a tablet, and like a cell phone. I can always use like more of the bigger ones and fewer of the smaller ones, because the more bigger ones I use, the more like clean glimpses you'll get at the image underneath. All right, so yeah, and then the last piece is just the title of the panel, which is first. Hold on, my handwriting does not work on this tablet, and at least not in this program. I should probably be using a more professional program. This, yeah, maybe this is where I should. Actually, this is probably a good day to learn some new graphics software, considering I really shouldn't be using this one I've been using for so long. So maybe I'll do that. Hold on. Well, oh yeah, just sorry to finish that thought. The title of the panel is, and of course this will be written much more nicely, not just in my not just in my scrawl, but it's roughly like the Importance of game dev live streaming. And that's probably actually not going to fit. I don't even care about writing that already. But first and is going to be in much bigger letters, and then the rest is going to be in much smaller letters. Or, not much smaller, but like maybe like the first and is going to be like much bigger. The rest of the text might be all in the same size. Like the names and stuff might be in the same size as the subtitle. So yeah, let's let's get some better software. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Hey, it's mint time. I've heard a lot of good things about Krita, so I think I'm just gonna give it a shot. See how that goes. Okay, that's gonna take a minute. I just started that downloading first. All right, so yeah, I know like the one thing I know I need to do. Well, I know I need to do a lot of things, but one thing I know how to do and know that I need to do is basically like redo this stuff. One of the irksome things about that I realized about Inkscape when I started trying to like set up these items here is that the grid snaps to the corners of the like the corners of the shapes and not to the corners of the bounding boxes. Like it instead of like snapping to like the upper corner of the TV here, like where the like image actually ends, it snaps to like this corner, this internal corner, like where I drew the edge of the TV, which is annoying and useless. So that's delightful, and as a result, I get to do fun stuff like line up the coordinates manually. All right, so I'm just gonna put this like -3,000 for starters. I think that'll put it sufficiently out of the way. Good. All right, and then I'm basically just gonna redo something similar, except oh, actually, I probably should have translated it in the other direction. Right, because I actually I want more leeway in the lateral and like the horizontal. Cyril, hey, how's it going? All right, so -3,000. All right, I guess I'll just start at the top this time instead. Or well, all right, hold on, let's see. Copy, paste. What would this be at? Like at 0. Where's the origin? Okay, this is the origin. Huh. What is like the aspect ratio of this like intersection? So the intersection is also I'm pretty sure the intersection is what shows up on like social media. Like if you post an image of these dimensions to it's like Twitter or Facebook, I'm pretty sure it'll cut out the top and the bottom section. Although now that I think about it, maybe I at least want like the name of the talk to show up in that region. So maybe I actually want it more like that. I guess that would leave room if I did. I don't know how I'll get that to work per se, but if I do, then I guess that leaves me some space at the very bottom to give like the details of the panel, like time and place and stuff like that. Like I could put those details down here. Although that from my understanding, that's actually like subject to change. Like there's like a tentative schedule for it, but like it could end up to be a different like I don't know. I'll want to make like a lot of this stuff very modular so that I can rearrange it as needed. Also, I'll probably want to redraw it in a program other than Paint.net. Once I've downloaded a program other than Paint.net. Have I downloaded a program other than... Hey, look, I've downloaded a program other than Paint.net. Uh, so... Huh. I might actually need like something like this for what I'm working on. Oh wait, where are you installing it? D drive, please. Yeah, because like this is for painting, but like I don't know if I'm gonna be actually like really painting anything. It might be mostly like vector images, and then I just need like, well, I guess technically I could just use Inkscape in that case, but like I'm not as familiar with Inkscape. So yeah, maybe I won't need this. I was just thinking that it'd be a fine time to start learning it, but uh yes, sure. Um One of my goals is just to gain like some familiarity with another art program, so that when I do need to do more painterly stuff, I could I'll know how it works, and that will cut down some of the raw learning process. While that's installing, I will go back to oops, not that. I'll go back to lining up devices. So actually, huh? Yeah, I don't want things like to be super square, so I'll like square to that edge necessarily. So I'm gonna start actually at like a random coordinate in the oh, that's almost exactly the middle. Adit K, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, so yeah, the process is basically just uh, grab these shapes and stack them up. And then yeah, because like the snap to grid thing doesn't work, oh, it's probably off screen, but like all I'm doing off screen here is just replacing the numbers that are close to the grid with numbers that are on the grid. So when you see me put my cursor off the top of the screen and you see these things shift around in minuscule amounts, that's what's happening there. I feel like I should. I know I have to use the smaller devices, but I'm really tempted to put like all the larger devices in the middle of the screen and the smaller devices around the edges, maybe. Just because like what happened here is like I started where? I started I think like right around here with this image, and so I was able to put in like some bigger devices, but then like all up this edge here is like the last part that I did. And what happened? The reason there's so many smaller devices over here is that I don't know. I chose slightly odd dimensions for the smaller devices, and well, just all of them in general. And as a result, like the only like it was like a puzzle basically, and the only solution to get things to actually line up and fill the space was to use like this many tablets and like this many smartphones. So I don't want to like. Well, I mean, I have different restrictions now, so because I can like go off the edges of the screen, I won't have to rely on that quite as heavily. But I like almost just don't want to add any until I need to. Although that'll also make it a bit whatever. We'll just we can try things, see how it works. So I'll put one of these. Oh yeah, I can just like. Now, I was going to say I could just like throw these wherever and then fill in the gaps with the devices, but again, like, because I'm working with slightly weird dimensions, I can't 100% do that stuff. 500 by 500. Am I lagging? Do you mean like that my lips are not in sync with what I'm saying? Because people have pointed that out before. I don't know what it's about. If you mean like the stream though is lagging, that I feel like that's usually on like the client side. Like whenever I get lag in in a Twitch channel, like it usually I can usually resolve it on my own side. So that might be not me. Oops, no, I didn't mean to line it up like that. Hey, Creator69er, welcome. How's it going? In honor of your attendance today, I am broadcasting in the creative channel rather than the game dev channel. Because I'm making a poster. What coordinate is this? 1000? Also known as 1000 in some circles. So yeah, this is a lot of the bigger screens, which I guess is fine, right? I mean, I could even do that. I could just like populate the entire center area with like the bigger screens, and then only put the devices around the edges. Like I said, I can try things. As with most creative endeavors, if you think you know exactly everything up front, you're probably wrong about most things. So yeah, I don't know. For now, maybe I'll just like alternate these things. See how that turns out. Wow, I almost nailed this coordinate. It already said 1700 on the dot in that dimension thing, but I retyped it just because I'm OCD about this stuff. Who knows? Maybe like with float precision, it wasn't actually 1700. I don't know. Okay, so I wonder if I wanted to, I could even just like skip the smaller devices and just go with the bigger ones. Like if I have difficulty actually getting the image to show up correctly, there's no reason I can do that. So this is 1800. I should probably be working on a different scale because all the numbers are like once you get into like once you get into numbers that are like quadruple digits, they don't always fit, like they don't always show cleanly in the Inkscape interface. Alright, so yeah, let's put another one of these, I guess, over here then. I'll probably stagger these two rows a little bit more, like assuming I go this way. Thank you, Creator69er. I mean, addiction is no laughing matter, but I do take that as an indication that you enjoyed the game. So I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, actually, of like all the projects I've worked on, actually no, I guess I've worked on at this point I've worked on SideQuest longer than I've worked on Hero. But like of all the games on my site, I did spend some time on that one. So I'm glad to hear that I did at least something right in that time. Actually, so yeah, maybe I will shift these down a bit. It's like, I don't know, like 100 maybe, and then yeah, so it's not quite as. Oh no, wait, now it's now it's like at a weird like downward diagonal. That seems very grid-like. All right, well, I'll do something to make it so it's not quite as much like that. Is there? Huh. I don't super mind like having like all of the rows like lined up like that. And it's just occurring to me, like, is there configuration of no, probably not. Like so what, like the dimensions are, so the vertical height of the TVs and the monitors is yes, I am hosting a panel at PAX this year, which is exciting because I've never done that before. And yeah. So yeah, the other thing is I'm also putting together a list of like questions to ask at the panel. So if anyone has questions that they would like added to that list, I can't promise that everything will get asked at the panel, but I can certainly try. So yeah, anything that you like, if you have a deep burning question that you always wondered from a variety of different game dev streamers. I mean, a lot of dev streamers take questions, so some of them you probably asked, but it's a pretty good panel, I think. Like, the people who are attending is PAX is not free, unfortunately. Wouldn't it be wonderful if it was? Uh, Heck, it's wonderful even though it's not, in my opinion. I'm slightly biased though, as I am speaking at that. Oh, okay, wait. Are 3 smartphones the length of 2 tablets laterally? No, probably not. No, I'm guessing not. Actually, I don't need to move things around to guess this. So the width of this is 300, and the width of this would have to be 450, which is not. It's 400. So I was just thinking if there's like some clean way that I could fit like mobile devices like just between these, so that I could like break up the like this weird diagonal thing that's happening. But no, I should probably just bite the bullet and start putting the mobile devices other places as well. Uh, like where? Yeah, so that's the funny thing. I mean, I could always just change the dimensions of some of these pieces, but like if I tried to slot like mobile devices like just like between these things, for example, like I could never go back. It would be stuck on like this new mode of like the grid. The grid would get offset so that it would like take forever to. I'd have to put in like a million tablets and a million phones just like cleanly fit in what is otherwise a fairly decided like striping of these devices. So yeah, so maybe I should just choose between like including the mobile devices or not, which is funny because that's actually, I mean, part of the reason I put the mobile devices in is because one thing that's become very apparent to me is that mobile is a very important way to watch dev streaming. So I found that out from all the viewers who have told me as such. So I guess one way to get into PAX for free is to speak on a panel, because then you get a speaker pass. uh, so I guess there is technically that, but I mean it's not free because you have to put in the work. uh, um, 2 frames per second for side quest. Funny thing, it's not like on video games. It's not like there's a dial where you're like 2 frames per second, like 60 frames per second. In order to do like more frames per second, you actually have to make more frames per second. So there's an obvious answer to that question. uh, all right, I can take criticism, but I can also rinse it. So there you go. It's your liberty to say it, and it's my liberty to ignore it. Doop doop. Yeah, like why isn't SideQuest why doesn't it run at 60 frames per second have like 3D graphics, and why isn't it like why isn't it like virtual reality, and why isn't it like an MMO? Well, it kind of is an MMO, sort of. It's like there are obvious answers to these questions. Sell down there, because that's actually against the chat rules, is that particular language. So I would like to thank everyone who keeps their language within a reasonable and polite range of discourse, so that we can all thoroughly enjoy our time here together. Alright, so don't mind me. When I'm doing like rote tasks like this, I have more time to that's supposed to be negative 500, not 500. Whoops, undo. I'm relaxing. I think you forget that I'm channel moderator, so see you tomorrow. uh, You're welcome back, and you're welcome to stay. I just don't really feel like hearing from you right now, so. Doop-a-doop. don't know. It's just not conducive to like if you ever I don't know how many people here work in like customer service, but like being polite to people who are impolite to you is like a thing. It's not like it doesn't. It's not just automatic. No one's like I don't know. Maybe some people are like literally just like completely like chill, like unflappable, like 100% all of the time. Um, I'm not that way. I can be very polite to people, but it takes my energy, and this isn't a be polite to people stream. It's a dev stream, and so if I'm just spending all my time being polite to people, I'm not gonna get nearly as much done. So yeah, like I said, hey, that's a new feature that I haven't tuned yet. That little chirp noise, yeah, that's actually the first time I've heard it, and now having heard it, I can tell you I not 100% thrilled with it. So I'm going to. Oh, did anyone? Oh, congratulations, Creative 69er! Congratulations, you leveled up! Yeah. Oops, spoilers. Is it? Hold on, wait. Did it? I don't want to. I'm gonna restart the script, but I don't want to do it before. Did it already show your level up? By this point, it probably has, right? Maybe not. I'll give it a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Congratulations, Creative 69er. Yeah, so I'm gonna restart the script because I'm gonna try a new volume for that noise because yay, level up. Oh, sorry. I guess you guys didn't need to see the big pink graphics on screen. All right. Yeah, that noise is it's like very similar to like what I was hoping for, except it's very like so like a very like it sounds like it was accidentally like maybe made slightly too loud or something because it sounds like it's like at the top of like how like when you crank volume accidentally too high, it like gets like like I don't know, like the sound like gets like or like I don't know, like it introduces like this unpleasant like I don't know how to describe it sort of quality to it. And I feel like apart from the fact that this so that was at volume like 0.5. I'm gonna guess like 0.25. Whoops, not 2.5. No, not 2.5. I'm gonna guess like 0.25. Because like I'm only really putting it in there so that like I don't know I might actually take it out. Previously I had said that I wasn't going to add any more sounds, so maybe I just actually shouldn't add this. And I was hoping that if I dialed the sound down a bit, it wouldn't sound as hey Marklander, how's it going? Welcome. The what was I yeah, I was hoping if I dialed down the sorry, train of thought. I was hoping if I dialed down the volume a little bit, it wouldn't have that quality to it, like that makes it sound too loud. I mean, it might just sound like a softer version of something that's too loud, but not literally too loud, but like a softer version of sound that's affected by that like Freeman Tail GP. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we'll see. All right, so save that. I'll probably have to, regardless, I'll probably have to tune that at least once or twice more, but we can see how that goes. I mean, my alternatives will be to just cut it, although I would like to have it. So I could look up, I could try and find another audio effect to use. It has to be something zero license, or it doesn't like have to be, but ideally it would be. And although there used to be a site where you could just like search for zero license audio effects, the site's still around, but like this one particular I can be doing other things while I talk about this. That one particular site that had that now they don't I don't know, like they changed their UI and I don't know how to search I don't know how to search for that stuff anymore. Oh, you know what would have been easier than all the things that I just did? It would be if I had just like made a complete row and then like copy pasted the entire row. Considering I'm literally just on each row I'm alternating it. All right, so I need not to follow the exact same diagonally pattern. That's slightly better, maybe. Uh, but yeah, let's do snap it to the grid. Let's do. uh, Actually, I guess it'd make more sense to. What are the dimensions of these things? Uh, I think the dimensions. So wait, this is 500. So I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm just gonna say 0. Because it's okay if like some devices line up with like the very edge of the screen. Although in this case, it'll be exactly both of the edges of the screen that line up. So I'm not actually thrilled about that, and I think I'm gonna have it so it's at least not like that. So maybe like -100. I don't know which of those is worse, having it exactly lined up or having it exactly not lined up. Oh, thank you, Mark Linder. Yeah. Already, it's like clearly a lot cleaner than it was when I had mobile devices. So like, so now like one thing I could do is like just find. No, I mean like if I introduce these other devices at the size they are currently, it's really gonna change. Oh, you know what I should do? No, you know what I should do is I should make it so that wait, how far across is this? 1600? Right now, or 600? Right now the monitor is like 600 across, and that's exactly the size of a tablet and a mobile device. I should change that so that it's actually 500 across. And right now it has the width of 200. Shoot. I was gonna say I'd like to make it like a square so that the so that way I could oh. Wait, no, it's 300. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, this might work. Yeah, let's try this. So okay, so I won't actually change like the that version down there. In case I'm just on the freak chance that I actually decide that someday that I actually like it for some reason. I don't know. We'll see. But no, up here I'm going to do something different. I'm gonna shrink this to 500 by 250 pixels in dimension. The program that I'm using right now is this is called Inkscape. It's a program that lets you make vector art. It's free too, so that's cool. I haven't used it very much, but I do like vector stuff. So, like when you need vectors, sometimes you just really need vectors, right? So it's good for that. All right, so I'm gonna change the width and the height to be. Wait, is this? Am I scaling this? No, I'm not scaling this uniformly. No, I am. I'm scaling this uniformly. I'm scaling it exactly to 5/6 of what it used to be. Because 5/6 of 600. Wow, okay, perfect. So, yeah, wow. And this is going to make everything magically beautiful. So, that's cool. By magically beautiful, I mean, like, very... For some beautiful to someone who has like OCD, for example, because they'll all just like fit together like perfectly. It'll be very satisfying. So yeah, let's do that. If I just change the width and the height values, it'll scale it instead of scaling it uniformly, it'll scale it non-uniformly twice. So I'm just looking if there's like a cleaner way. Transform, maybe. Yes, scale. Scale proportionally. What is 5/6 of, oh, I won't go by percentage. Pixel. Yeah, there we go. All right, so scale proportionally down to 500, and that should set the height to 250. Blammo. Yes, clean, super clean. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and that I think that still looks okay. I think that the monitors are bigger now, relatively speaking. Like, I guess those are just like really small tablets and really big uh monitors because like I don't think my tablet is actually like only half the height of well, actually no, that's not oh sorry, I keep putting this in front of the camera. I'm just like I was holding my tablet up to my computer just to measure it. But yeah, I guess that I don't know. Whatever. It works. That's the important. Hey, Zero Maverick, how's it going? Welcome. All right, yeah. So now what we can do is a lot of things, which is really great. Because now not only is so if I rotate these shapes, whoops, rotate them individually. That's delightful. Um, no, but like the height of a TV is exactly 500, or like the height of the height of these rows is exactly 500, and now this height is exactly 500, and the width of this is exactly 250. So now I can stack them like horizontally, and they'll fit like they'll if I do them like a row of two, I can stack them horizontally, or if I stack them vertically, they can just they can just like slot in cleanly. So yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about this new development. And I will celebrate by moving this down by. So the weird thing is now the grid is like instead of uh, I don't recognize the character Zero, but it's someone with awesome pink hair. I can tell. I can tell you that much. um, that wow, yeah. One of the well, like one of the things that's really difficult with illustration, especially in flat colors, is conveying depth. But I think you did a really good job on oh this I think I can bring it over to my main monitor so that everyone can actually see what I'm talking about. I mean, some people have already followed the link and so they already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, one of the things that's really tricky with flat shading, for me at least, is to render depth. And like spiky hair has a lot of depth to it because there's like spikes coming out in like every direction, right? And I think you're doing a really great job here. Like the way you have like the these other parts are like falling into the background, and you have like the main bangs. You have them coming forward, but then also you have like the shading going on. This is I I look forward to seeing the finished piece. Oh okay. Oh, I've seen that one on like I think it's on like I don't know. It's on one of those streaming services. I haven't like seen it. I've seen of it, but, but which I mean, it's on like one of those streaming services that I watch, and I see the name and like the little whatever. I haven't actually checked it out yet though. I might have to add that to my list. Add it to my queue. Thank you, Arklander. Yeah, I like seeing the cool things that you guys are working on because you guys are working on cool things. So, all right. So, I'm sliding this by 250. So the current value is not 100. The current value is 2,100. So let's make it 2,350 instead. All right, and now, that's not enough room to fit these things as they are currently, but if we pull the old switch switcheroo. Oh. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do is these yeah, because I had these like together when I scaled them, the whole thing scaled very cleanly, but like now the dimensions of this particular piece are like 33.3 repeating, like 3. So I think I'm just gonna because like these are basically like pairwise like pieces now. I think I'm actually just going to I can't punch in like the exact pixel coordinate anymore because like the pixel grid is now cut in like a third. So I think I'm just going to fabricate. Yeah, how do I want to do this? It's not too hard. Okay, so basically the gist is that right, so this is fine. Like what I have like literally right here is fine for if I wanted to set up pieces like that, but I don't. I want to set them up vertically. So I'm basically just going to crib instead this version, which is the old bigger size, but is wait, what? It's the old bigger size. Wait, what does it say? This the width is 500 pixels by 10,000 pixels. That's not accurate. Oh, I'm selecting the. What am I selecting? Oops. Oh, I must be selecting something wrong. Where's that? Was that the? No. Whatever. Is that? I don't remember if that was. Whatever. Alright, so. No, they can't. What? Uh. What do I do? Uh. The width of this is 300, but over here it says the width is 500. That's weird. I don't. Honestly, I'm not sure how to proceed. Okay, I can probably just like put in new values. I can just probably just plug in new values here. So, so I want this to be 250 by 500. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Like I said, I don't use Sorry, I zoned out of chat for a second. But, hey, Trent Sterling, how's it going? Welcome. Um, Emerald, 125. Hey, Sogom. Sorry, I looked away from chat for just a second, and everyone showed up. Jocko, welcome. Okay, so yes, Shigawi, you guessed it correct. Inkscape, all the way. Just when you need things as precise as you need vector art to be, and honestly, I need things to be precise fairly often. So, yeah, welcome everyone. And yeah, the other thing is though is that I haven't used Inkscape a ton myself, so I think this is gonna look. It worked. Yay, great. So, that's good. And that way I can just kind of like, what? I'm even just gonna group these things. You can, if you select objects, you can go in the object menu and just group them. And now it'll literally, now when I select one of them, it will select both of them. And now I don't have to worry about accidentally like moving them apart and like getting the pixels like imprecise. Oh no. Ugh. I hope it's nothing as serious as that, Trent. But one of my pet peeves is the cold, as I've mentioned. Because ooh, how are you? Layers is my well, like yeah, like with the gloves, like my solution is always just like get as wrapped up as possible. Not pictured on stream, but like when I'm off stream, I basically just have like all the blankets, just. um, all right, so this is like one option, but then yeah, there are others. So like I'll want a version where the phone is like underneath the tablet, for example, and for the vertical, I think those are the only two like versions that I'd really want. It's like so yeah, just for example, let's copy these again. Because like I decided when I was like making this thing yesterday, I decided that when you have a tablet sideways, the power button can go on either side. But when you have a phone sideways, the power button should go on top. Not that that's important, but I don't know. I decided that. I can decide things. So alright, let's put this at exactly 1,000 or negative. Was that negative 1,000? Nope. It was positive 1,000. Oh yeah, that was the x coordinate. Okay, so 1,000, and then let's put this at like I don't know, like just negative 700. Because what I want to do here is just reverse the position of the two. So oops, no, not that. So like, so this one is at negative 300. So let's put this one to negative 300. And then, oops. Whatever. It didn't turn out quite how I was expecting, but whatever. Now I can move this one down to here. So negative 500. Oops, not negative 1500. 500. No, not either of those things. What? How did I get that wrong? Oh, I'd put it to negative 150. Derp. Alright, there we go. And then keep it at 1,000. Alright. Yeah, because, I don't know. This is another valid configuration of, like, of how I can, like... So, yeah, so it won't always be, they won't always be slotted in so that the phone is on top of the tablet. Sometimes the tablet will be on top of the phone. And, alright, let's do this transformation again. Good. Alright, cool. So now we have, so now, for example, we can slide these down by 250, so like negative 350. And whoops, I selected the wrong ones. We can move these down. No, not those either. I'm really bad at selecting things today, apparently. Slide these ones down to negative 350. And, oh, thank you, Mike Lander. Maybe that's not the right place for it. Maybe I'll just put it on this edge here. Yeah, because I don't want them to be like too close to the center of the screen, because like there's just so many more edges around these things that like they end up like blocking a lot of like what I'm gonna do after I put these devices all together is I'm going to try and block like out like some image that all the monitors will be displaying kind of together, and I don't know what that is yet, so I want I just want to make sure that that image can come across as clearly as possible. So negative 350, not 350,000, just 350. All right, and then oh yeah, I was gonna group these as well, right? Because why not? Yes, group object group. All right. That goes roughly here, which is at the position 250 and 500. All right, and then yeah, I mean there definitely aren't enough yet. So the other thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add in at least one place where where they're stacked horizontally rather than vertically. So let's hey Watson, how's it going? Welcome. Oh yeah, speaking of paint.net, I finally installed Krita. So I don't know, I just like on a whim I was like, I don't like, this project is mostly vector, so I don't imagine I'll actually be using Krita for painting if I'm using it. Basically, like, the only thing I need other than Inkscape is, maybe nothing. Although I might instead of doing vector, I might, like, do an illustration on the monitors. I'm still not sure what actually is gonna work there. So I guess we'll see what works out. But, yeah, alright, so, let me... the best way to figure out what is going to work. Yeah, Photoshop is nice. It's also expensive. Is the other thing that I've noticed about Photoshop. So, actually, I guess I can get rid of this monitor because I'm just going to slide this one down by 500 pixels. So that'll bring it to 2300 instead of 1800. And then, oh, those line up all of a sudden. Not thrilled about that. So I'm going to offset this by like 200. So I can push, that might just push it right all the way off the edge. So if I put this to like 100, maybe that's not the best place to add it. Or maybe I'll just push it in the other direction. No, whatever. I'll just put it to 0. And like that, this monitor will line up with the edge of the screen, but there are worse things in the world than that. All right, so oh yeah, so I'll like I'm doing with the other things, I'll group these together. So oh, actually, when the phone's on this side of the tablet, I might want the tablet the other way. So maybe I'll do like that. Because the tablet, the side of the tablet with the power button is slightly thicker than the other side, so this will make it slightly smoother. If uh, oh, that's funny, Zero. On my screen, it shows you with the green sword. So, oh, GM. Oh, whoa, the script isn't back up. Thank you for reminding me, Zero. That's so like whenever I bring the script down, like when I'm just sitting there, when I'm just standing here, like waiting for long enough to bring the script back up, I always feel like I should be doing something. I should be doing something. But as soon as I start doing something, I just completely forget to ever bring the script back up again. So thank you for reminding me. Um, all right. So, did you say you want to be GM? Because I can make that happen. Um, Jocko. That's not polite. The thing about piracy. Piracy is not polite. Uh, it can be very many other things, but it is most certainly not polite. So that is why I would not recommend that. Especially because there are so many other free options out there. Like at this point, like if you're pirating things, it's only because you're like really like either you're like really picky and you just have to have it a certain way, or you're just a jerk. Frankly, I mean, like nothing personal, but like you don't have an excuse to pirate things anymore because there's so much free stuff out there that is like so satisfactory. In some ways, a lot better. So, um, yeah, if you're pirating things, it's because you're a bad person. We can admit that in this day and age. I'm not saying it's not like a, I mean, it's a bit of a judgment, but it's not like a condemnation per se. Like there are bad people out there. Like we all have our quirks. Some of us are bad people because other reasons. Some of us are pirates. Oh yeah, GM. Doo-ba-doo. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can. Whenever you. Yeah, GMing isn't like a commitment or anything. It's just because you can start it up and relinquish the title whenever you feel like it. And like if you ever have to leave in a hurry, whoops, no such player. Did I misspell something? Oh, whoops, yeah, I totally misspelled something. I put two O's. I put an O and a 0. Hey, Brave Leader Zero Maverick. Yeah, the nice thing about GMing is if you ever have to leave in a hurry, you can even just like scram, and the system will automatically revert to the standard automated system. So, all right. So, yeah, right. Okay, so copy this now. Actually, no, I don't have to copy it yet. I can just like drop it in. Yes, like so, and so now let's line it up precisely. 1900 and 2500. Oops, nope, 1500. Sure, it said 2500, but all right. And then so now let's copy and paste, and then we can just pull the old switcheroo. Which is a dumb thing to say, I recognize, but I just really enjoy saying it. So, don't judge me. Or judge me. Yeah, no. As I said, judgment is fair when it's deserved, so. Why am I making this? Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Jaka. I'm making this for the same reason it says I'm making this in the title of the stream today. Oh yeah, I'll catch you later, Austin. So I'm making this for the reason it says that I'm making this. I'm making it for a panel. All right, so I guess I didn't have to like. Actually, no. Yeah, you know what? I really don't have to fuss up the dimensions of this row because I can just fuss up the dimensions of the other row instead. So let's put this back to negative 100 like it used to be. And then I'll just mess up this row a little bit. Because this row I haven't added any of these, I haven't added any of this yet. So, I might, I don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to put too many of these like mobile devices like towards the center of the screen. So, I might, cause like like if I tried to draw something underneath this monitor, like you could see a good chunk of it. But like, if I tried to draw something underneath these four devices, like you could see parts of it, but like there are these big slashes like running through it, so they just like block out a lot of space. So, I mean, I could do it sparingly. Like I could like put some devices here. What just happened? I want to select this device, and this device. Okay. I swear, sometimes the selections thing in this program is a little bit wonky. It like selects things that are near to what you're trying to select. It's like, why not just select the thing that I indicated I wanted to select? But no, for some reason, sometimes that doesn't work for whatever reason. No hard feelings, Jocko. See it? No. No hard feelings. um. Oh wait, what happened there? Wait, why didn't that one move? Interesting. Like I said, sometimes it seems like you're selecting things, but it's actually selecting something nearby what you're actually selecting. That seems pretty well selected. Those things all seem pretty well selected. 1250. What is not moving there? Oh, are there like... Oh, maybe I like copy and pasted on top of it once by accident, and there's like an extra one there now. Alright, also that edge is not great. Like this edge right here is not great, and this edge over here is not great. So clearly that's not staying. Not like it is. Not quite. So let's try sliding this down by 150 maybe. So like bring this to like 450. Oops. Is that better? No, and those line up. Everything lines up all the time. What's happening? Alright, so yeah, if I bring it down another 100, and these ones line up too. If I bring it down another 100 though, those are gonna line up. So what if I bring it down another 200? Now, then will anything line up weird? This is harder than I expected. Oh, wrong direction. Wait, was it? Did that work? No, it lines up with the edge of the screen. And that one's actually not bad. I might be, well no, we'll try a few more. 600. That one I think is the winner. I mean, it's a little weird on this edge here. It's like a puzzle. It's like a riddle. I think I'm going to go back to, something more like this, and then I'm just gonna... What am I gonna do? Maybe this is mostly fine. Yeah, maybe this is mostly fine. I'll just stop. I'll just stop freaking out about it. All right, so 1250. Oh no, yeah, it was that edge. All right, so okay. I'm going to stop freaking out, but I'm going to fix that edge, and then I'm going to stop freaking out. So just negative like 400, I guess. And I'm probably not going to care. Oh no, that's awful. That's the worst one. So I think the answer here is actually just to basically just like swap out one of these. So like this right now is a TV, but I'm just going to swap it out to be a monitor instead. And then since I'm breaking them up, it will be a few monitors next to each other. Actually, no, I guess it doesn't have to be. I can just move this one. Actually, no, this one's probably not even going to show up on screen. I can just select these, slide it down to here-ish, but then add like 250, so like 1250. Alright, no, I guess I guess it would show a little bit on the edge. So All right. We're getting there though. We're making progress. That's the important part. Uh, so just add 50, maybe. I might just add 50. So negative 250. Uh, that's fine. I'm gonna call that fine. I don't feel like moving things around anymore. Uh, yeah, yeah. Good job, guys. uh, oh wait, what's that? Oh, sorry. I missed some of the chat. I'm scrolling up now to check it out. Oh, typography. Um, Probably. Yeah. Honestly, I think I have to. um, I don't know how I'm gonna accomplish that actually. Oh man, yeah. I have a lot. Like I have like this palette of pieces that I'm kind of like putting together. Like I have these like devices and I'm making a texture out of it, and I'm not 100% exactly how it's going to end up overall, but I do have to. Yeah, I do have to. I do have to do lettering at some point. So I think. Oh no, no, sorry. Oh yeah, so that was one of the questions I missed in chat. Sorry for not answering that sooner. Uh, the images of the displays being tiled in the poster. Did I make them myself? Yeah, I did. I made so yeah. The first thing I did it yesterday because I was planning on working on this off stream, but then it ended up taking longer than I had imagined it would. And so thank you, Denny. Yes, there are very many things I can't do. um, and so uh, okay, I think I'm caught up on chat now. Thank you guys. Sorry about that. I will try and pay close attention to that. And if I miss a question in a moment, I do try and whoops, oh, that was supposed to be 10:50. I do try and yeah, like recap as I did, and if I'm just super missing something that's being said in chat, feel free to use my name in the question because then it'll light up red on my screen and it'll be easier for me to see. So something like that. That's really central. It's like really like dead center of the image, and like I said, I was trying not to like have things dead center on the image. Ah, all right, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I mean, the other thing that I could do is I could change the scale of this. Like instead of having this like as like a small texture that kind of like fits in just this mid range, I could have it like big, covering the whole screen, and then I could actually put things on the monitors. Like I could put things on individual monitors. I don't know. I don't know if it really sells the same concept. So I would like to deliver on that. Although, yeah. So the thing that like when I was just started thinking about like the print like the text that I am intending to show. Like I don't know how I'll layer this like over the other image. Like if this is hypothetically like if this midsection is supposed to be filled with that texture, like I don't know how I would fit this on screen at the same time. So it might be that the texture would have to be a thinner band across like the middle here. I mean, the other thing is like the reasons like I was starting with like these dimensions. I was like looking at show posters on like Google Images, and like this seemed to be roughly the dimensions of show posters. But I don't need it to be this big. Like I could make it shorter, essentially. Like especially now that like I don't even know what this like I drew that little squiggly line there, but I don't actually know what that squiggly line represents. So like um uh uh yeah, so I could actually just like shrink the size of the screen. If I cut off the bottom though, I think I need to cut off the top equally. Otherwise, it'll change like the centering of how the image displays. But that's probably doable. Like if I yeah, I mean like if I did the names in like a slightly smaller font than I did the importance of game dev live streaming, um, then I probably could cut some distance off the across either side. It's like yeah. Uh, huh. Although if I do that, then that leaves actually a very narrow band in the center, like for this texture, which is maybe fine. Uh, I like your approach to parenting, Creative 69er. um, uh, all right. I guess we'll see what works best. I don't want to. Yeah. So my slight hesitation in shrinking down the Well, so actually, oh yeah. So for one thing, if I used if I shrunk if I just didn't have the like if there was less vertical space for this texture that I'm putting together, then I'd probably do fewer lines. Like I wouldn't do like I don't think I could fit like this much in that space. I think it'd be more like just like these other three rows. So like it'd be more like that going across, and then it would say like first hand underneath. I guess there's no reason that I have to work on. I could just be working on this in Inkscape. I really don't have to be like I think I'm probably comfortable enough with Inkscape at this point that I could handle it all in here. Uh, yeah, no, I guess I still feel relatively new to Inkscape as well, so that was like my only hesitation. I'm pretty sure I've moved beyond like this mess that we have going on down here, so I'm probably gonna get rid of that at this point. Maybe I'll get rid of that, and then I'll save this as a new version. Uh, so that if on the off chance that I do want to go back to that, I'll have that saved as well. So this will be device tiles 1, I guess. Oh, whoops! I didn't actually. Shoot! Hey, hold on, wait. Undo. I didn't actually mean to delete that top row. I didn't mean to save that top row as deleted. So, right, okay. Yeah, and I guess I could start working on like I could just like start thinking of this version as like the authoritative version. Oh no, I know I'm not doing that. It's because well, I guess I could. It'd be a little headachy because I was just gonna use the transparency of the transparency tools in like a late uh okay. That's a lot of text. Hold on, I'll catch up on that at some point. Uh uh One of the tourists take a picture of this little boy. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jaka. That was riveting. Riveting information. um, yeah, right. So the trick that I was going to use in right. So like the way I'd exported this before, I'll just actually I'm gonna try this just to see again. Like I keep saying, like I don't know how I'm gonna put things underneath this, but I guess I can just find out. Right, the way I did that was yeah, I temporarily deleted this background piece, and then I saved or no, I exported bitmap uh, device tiles 1, sure, export that. Cool. And then undo. Because like that purple piece is really here for just for visibility reasons. Because like it's much harder to work like this. But then yeah, so by exporting that, what I can do now is oh, this is the wrong folder. It's like, where is it? Projects, miscellaneous. Where is it? Device tiles 1. Yeah, okay, so now, right, so now I have like all this business. What I can do here is just basically take my purple from the background layer, and spill it on this slit. Oops. Yes. Is that correct? Yeah. Wait, why does it look like it made a dot there? Or is that just like a fleck on? No. Alright, I don't know what that was. Yeah, so what I can do basically, by putting these on separate layers, I can just go in and just like chop out the screens themselves. Now we have a nice clean background, which is relatively easy to set up. The thing about Inkscape, if I wanted to do the same thing in Inkscape, there's no like, to the extent of my knowledge, there's no just like delete to transparency block from like a much larger block. Like I would basically, instead of having to just chop out the screens, what I would have to do is actually paper in the edges, which is just slightly less appealing to me in terms of like things that I feel like spending my time doing. Like I want this to look good. I just don't want to waste hours and hours like on something that could very likely change. So yeah, just on the off chance that I actually go with this approach, might as well experiment with this a little bit just to see how something like this would work. Derp derp. So yeah, so I mentioned earlier, like my original hey Playman85, welcome. How's it going? I mentioned earlier, like part of my original idea for this was to have all these tiled screens together, representing kind of a greater image. So I mean, like really my goal is like try and find a way to like creatively represent game dev streaming, as that is the topic of the panel. And so the way I was thinking of doing that, well, like I don't know, I've like been spinning this idea around, trying to like figure out what would be the best way to do that. And the way that I seem to have settled on, at least in as far as the progress I've made on this, I started it yesterday and I've worked on it a little bit today. Is kind of this. So it's I mean the idea is like it's like any number of devices or any number of screens, like all kind of like sharing the same viewport into game development. Yeah, so the thing that I really don't know though is like what is the representation of game development? Like what is going to be on these screens? Like what are we seeing? Like cuz I don't know, game dev streaming can be like very many different things. Game dev can be very many different things. So like I was thinking like I could do multiple versions, like I could do different versions of the like I could do a different backdrop representing like different disciplines. But I don't know. I really don't. So a lot of this is going to be figuring out what I want to do. So yeah, so I mean, it looks like it did a few minutes ago, but like the nice thing that I can do now is I can if I add in another layer, I can now draw a different color. This is the other thing. I don't know like what I'm going to do with palette. But yeah, so now if I draw, it only shows up on the TVs. Like it doesn't show up between the TVs, and it doesn't like cover the TVs themselves. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, I can do that, Jocko. Thank you for your consideration. Okay. Part of the text I just removed was Jocko asking me to do precisely that. So I'm not. This is not an abuse of power. I'm just taking requests. See, look, you said thank you. Yeah. So I don't know. So right now I'm just drawing lines, but hypothetically, like this is like what I could then draw, and I just don't know what like represents game dev. Like, hey, look, it's a parabola. That's game dev, right? Parabolas are game dev. No, I don't know. Plus, like the other thing is like oh yeah. So if I tried to draw, for example, like writing here, like hello. You can not Read this. So I don't know. I mean, for one thing, it probably won't be hand drawn. It'll be like it'll be thank you, Lemmy. Yeah, so like code, yeah. Well, so the thing about yeah, no, so Jocko, like binary is kind of like means software, right? So like I was thinking of like ones and zeros, but the thing about that is like having ones and zeros on every screen is not the same thing as having ones and zeros on all screens. By which I mean, like if all of these screens were filled with just ones and zeros or code, as you say, the uh, the end result isn't gonna is you're not gonna think you're not gonna look at this and say, oh look, they're all showing like they're all together really. But like so yeah, part of what I want to convey is like some sense of togetherness. So like with the so I was thinking I'm like maybe I would do binary and just do it in that really like at this point it's probably like hackneyed and cliched, but like I was basically like I was thinking like on this side of the screen it'd be like this is like you actually see like whoops so like on this side of the screen you actually see like ones and zeros and stuff, and then but then like as you move across the screen like the ones and zeros get smaller and smaller, and then they just kind of like give way to like actually like creating the texture of the like a rendered image itself. So like basically like in the mid range like it's going to be like kind of a scene, but like the scene is all going to be made of ones and zeros, and then over on the other edge of the screen it's just like it's literally just a scene rendered. So uh so one thing, Jocko, is I'm not actually taking suggestions. So while I'm happy to tell you why I'm not doing the things you suggest, um, I'm actually happier not doing that. So if I stop answering, it's only because I do need to come up with an actual solution at some point. So all right. Uh, so I don't know. Like I might still like I don't actually have a better plan than the thing I was just describing. So like I might like that is kind of still I guess my best plan. Like the way I just described it, you can probably guess like I don't actually like it very much, but like it's not like I have a million other things I could do instead. The other thing is I definitely don't want this to be in black. Because that doesn't look good. I mean, like, ideally, I would, whoops. Ideally, I would actually have it, in, like, white, because I actually didn't want to introduce new tones, but, white makes things look really messy. What? Oh, yeah, just picked from the wrong layer. White makes things look really messy. Like, it just starts to, like, smudge the edges of the monitors, so it just makes it indistinct as, like, what we're even seeing. So I don't think I can do that. Excuse me. Maybe I could use like a mid-tone or something. I don't know. Let's see what that would look like. So what if instead of where's my color picker tool? Yeah. So oh yes, sample from image. So what is this? This is well, this one's obviously that one's obviously flat white. But then this is as such. So I don't know. What if I just halved this? Or no, halved the distance from 100. So this is 25 away from no, this is 35 away from 100. So half of 35 would be what, like 17.5. So like I'll put this up to 83. Don't honk at me. I don't know. No, that's I mean I might be able to do something like this, but I'll have to separate the so like this would have to get lighter, so this would actually have to be closer to like 90 probably. Don't honk at me. and I'd probably want the background actually to get darker. So instead of 65, like I don't know, like 45 maybe. Don't honk at me, please stop honking. It hurts my feelings. Um, sorry. Uh, what? Oh yeah, right. That's correct. Oh yeah, right, right. But I have to do that on all layers, right? Or not, maybe. No, 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 no. I don't want the screens to be darker than the in between range. Oh yeah, right. So all I have to do to fix that is to, because I did this on separate layers. Yay! Look at that. So like I don't know, maybe something like it strays a little bit from what I was thinking of originally. Uh, oh, oh yeah, if dog then. I one of the things I thought of was like using like some other piece of media. Like I was thinking of welcome by the way. That little chirp noise was the that passive sound effect. Sorry, interrupting my own train of thought to say that little chirp noise was like the passive sound effect. That might have been okay. I don't think it was. Maybe it's just because I was talking when it played. It didn't annoy me as much, and it was still audible. Maybe that's fine. Uh, uh, oh wait a second. Why did Trusty Bard do that? Hey Zero, are you still a game master? Are you still acting as game master? Because I don't think Trusty Bard is supposed to interrupt. Oh no. Okay. Okay, no. I guess. Wow, I'm super out of it. Oh, Zero. Yes, no. Zero Maverick gave up the. Okay, never mind. So that's correct. All right. Yeah. Wow. I've been zoned out of chat for a really long time. I'm sorry. Uh. uh Actually, one. It's funny you mentioned that if dog then because the one like when I was like testing out like what it would look like to have like other media back there, like the first thing that was on hand was just like a picture of my face. So I just like grabbed this and I was like, I wonder what this would look like. And this is actually how I figured out that it would look bad because I was just like, well, I mean, for one thing, it's like my big stupid face, but like, yeah, I tried that. I tried. um, yeah, and so the thing that I realized in doing that is that whatever, like, I could use another piece of media in this background or in this midground or like to show on the screens. But what I'd want to do is like sell it, sell it in like the same sort of like rendering as these like devices. So for example, uh, um, this like Trusty Bard has a sword and some other users have swords because they're moderators in the channel. Um, so I guess you get a sword next to your screen name like this. Blamo. Okay, so yeah, so one thing I was even considering is like this is so creepy. Sorry. It's just like my nose was like perfectly lined up with the tablet, and it almost looked like I was wearing weird glasses or something. I don't know. Okay, so, uh, so like one thing I could consider is like is like actually like redrawing something like in a similar style. So like, hold on. What I mean by that is like let's drop the opacity here and then add in a new layer. Okay, okay, okay. And then right. So what was I gonna do? Right. So like I could take like I could take like the what was the color? I think it was like 90. Stop honking at me, please. And then like actually like so like draw it in using like this is gonna be light on dark, so that's interesting. Actually like basically just like draw in the like whatever it is that I'm trying to represent here. I mean like this is gonna come out really poorly because I don't tend to do light on dark. I tend to do dark on light, but just like so wait, actually I probably shouldn't even attempt that. I should be like just like spill. Whoops. Oh, whoops. Yeah, don't sample. Uh, yeah, something like that, and then whatever. Do sample on image. Yeah. So yeah, I was just thinking like, not the other. This layer, like just like, doop doop. Derp derp derp. I'm not gonna do very good. I'm not gonna do very well trying this. But like, because hypothetically, like I could just like I think like an illustration, like just a very simple illustration, like might work, I guess, to like some extent. But and of course I'd clean it up and I'd make it I'd make it look better than this. So yeah, so I was thinking about this, and the reason I kind of like set this idea aside is that I could use like yeah. So if I just used like generically a face, what I thought to myself was like I could probably do better than that. I like because a face like represents streaming, but it doesn't represent game dev in particular. And so like while it's like part of the story, like for one thing, it wouldn't be like the whole thing. So I'd have to like come up with something else. Also, probably it's like something over here would have to represent game dev because I don't know, that rectangle apparently does. I don't know, like I mean actually I keep coming back like whenever I think of like what represents game dev, like everyone knows like a character standing in T pose represents game dev. So so I keep thinking of like just like a character. So I don't know, maybe it'll turn out to be like a collage or something. Oh yeah, so the reason that specifically I wasn't necessarily like thinking about faces was that yeah, so like I can't use my own face because that would be egotistical. I can't use any of the other panelists' faces because I wouldn't be able to render their faces convincingly enough that they wouldn't find it offensive. Like it would not be a flattering portrait no matter who it was of. And then like so then at that point I was like, well, maybe I should just go with it like like more of a an im- that's a that's a T pose, right? So yeah, whatever I do though, like I think it really has to like it just really has to be clear as to what it is. So like I don't have a lot of space to work with. Um, I mean, like the other option, I guess, would be to, like I mentioned before, I could just really scale up the like this could basically be like the size of the like instead of having like the poster like like have like all this just like flat area and have like just like because I was thinking of like this is what I'm working on now is roughly what I would picture going like in this space here. Instead I could literally just have like the poster be like a vertical chunk out of this, and then I could just like put the information on the individual screens, and then I think it's this face, right? It's like it was like the because like in those propaganda posters, people are always like looking up, and there's like a plane like like zipping past in the background, all inspirational and stuff. So am I behind on chat? No, I think I'm pretty well up to date. What's interesting? The original mock-up for this was I somehow came around full circle because the original idea for this poster was not had nothing to do with these screens. It so like I'm just gonna do a quick evolution of like what my thought process has been for this. Like the very first version was screens, right? But like it was going to be like ooh, that brush is huge. It was going to be like it was going to be like a wall of screens, and at this for this version, I was actually planning on using like the actual panelists like streams, so it actually looked like it was basically all the panelists like uh, broadcast. That was like just the first thing that popped into my mind when I was like, I should make a poster or something, and then I pretty quickly moved away from that idea because it didn't represent. So the name of the panel is Firsthand: The Importance of Game Dev Live Streaming, and while this was an interesting idea because it would be very graphical, it would be relatively easy to produce because I would the main importance part of the image would just be like screenshots, right? Um, but it didn't like the importance of game dev streaming is not having six streams open at the same time. The importance of game dev streaming, to me at least, is more about well, I mean spoilers, like the more like what I'm getting at with the final concept, whereas like it's like many screens all showing the same thing rather than many screens all showing different things. But yeah, so then when I changed the name of the panel to Firsthand, the first thing I was thinking of was like just to get like very literal with it and like literally have like a hand. Um, because like well, so like basically I was like trying to think of like what can I actually like draw with like any degree of reason. And so then when I was like thinking of this idea, I was like actually I was thinking more along the lines that I'd get like oh, that moved the background too. Instead of like literally just drawing the hand, I was actually going to have the hand comprised out of the typography of like the pertinent details for the panel. So like it's like the the extended well, I'm not gonna do it here, but I'll use a bigger brush. That'll help a little bit. It's like the idea is that like instead of actually having the outline, it would just be like that like the index finger is actually, and I'm not doing I'm not going to do a great job of actually conveying it because for one thing I used up the entire finger and I only managed to make it through the word first. But yeah, I don't know. And then like so so each of the index fingers would be, or each of the fingers would be comprised of like some of the other like texts. And like yeah, so basically like it would be the silhouette of a hand, but it would be comprised entirely out of text. And then when I realized like that would be difficult to execute on for me personally, or no, actually no, I could have executed on this if I'd wanted to. The main reason that I did not overall go with this approach was that again, it did not represent what is important to me about game dev streaming. That was basically just like a pun based on the name of the panel, and so yeah, maybe I'm like I don't know. I could always like go back to one of these like these others ideas that I'd had, but yeah, eventually like I don't even the many screens. What was the? Oh yeah, okay, wait. I actually don't remember if this. I think this must have came. I actually don't remember what order the this next one came in. I don't remember because the hand one like that popped into my head when I no, I think this one was actually after the so after I realized that I didn't want to do these screens, the next thing that occurred to me. So I'm basically because I've been kind of like working on this for a while, kind of, but everything I'd done for this prior to today was like off stream. Yeah, so no, the after I realized that I didn't want the wall of screens, yeah, because it wasn't supposed to be about very many. It wasn't supposed to be about many different streams like all at the same time. It was just supposed to be about like one that was like more than just like sorry this this is trying really hastily. This is supposed to be like a laptop kind of. Bear with me. Oh shoot. Whatever. All right. So this is this is supposed to be like a laptop kind of, or like a computer or something. I don't know. Yeah, actually no. It probably would have worked better as a desktop. So whatever. This is like a keyboard, and we'll put like a mouse or whatever, and it'll it'll have oh, this is this is looking terrible. But yeah, no. So the idea is roughly like that you would have like, yeah, you'd have this monitor, and then and this idea is actually the same idea basically. This idea, and I don't know if like if this idea, well, no, this, yeah, no, this, I mean, hmm. It could be that I made like all these like monitors and like stuff, and that I actually end up don't like not going with that. But no, the idea here was going to be that kind of like the same thing that I have going on with no, I really should have drawn this on another layer. Hold on. uh, Kind of the same as what's going on with the with this here. Like this was an evolution of this idea, wherein basically you had the computer, and then so actually let's go down to this layer. Sorry, I'm just gonna. I know this is just like just a depiction to like visualize what I'm explaining, but I get really picky about stuff like that. So yeah, no. So what this was gonna be was basically the same thing, except oops, wrong tool. Except with like a single monitor. So right, so now that's a little messy, but whatever. So now it's basically going to be like same idea. I would draw um, so yeah, and so in this case, I would also be drawing a like something in the background, and like the difference is like so like I don't know. Again, I didn't know what I would be using to represent like a dev stream or like game dev stream, but like the idea is basically like here's like this world, and like the computer is like a window into it kind of, but like I don't know that, so this idea but then I was like, it's not going to look like it's a window into that world. It's just going to look like there's a monitor with like with like the inside punched through. Like so that, yeah, once I was like, well, how do I make it look like it's not just like a monitor with like a window punched through it? And I don't know, maybe overall like this actually would render better than like what I'm trying to do here. But that was the so yeah, then I had like the brief side, like when I thought this might be a non-starter, I had like the brief diversion into going like very literal about the name of the panel, and then but then I went back more in that direction, more in this direction with this idea. So yeah, I mean yeah, so I think my biggest challenge now is just like, how do I represent game dev using this how to represent game dev using these tools that I've set up for myself, or like this setup. So I guess wait, what size brush was I using here? This image is really big, so I have to use a big brush, I think. That's good enough. Oops, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Alright, so sorry, Mr. T-Pose. So yeah, what actually I should probably use a brush roughly this thickness of I mean, again, this isn't like final art, but I should use a brush roughly the thickness of the lines of the edges of stuff, just because that's like the established line width. Alright, so I mean, yeah, so then like when I was like thinking, well, okay, so I don't have like I can't use fine detail. I was thinking of going like really generic, and just that's supposed to be a circle. Hold on, let me just draw a circle. Let me just draw like an actual circle. I was thinking of going like just very generic, and like I don't know. I guess this is technically still one of my fallbacks in case I fail in every other regard, but like just like the world. So this for me, it doesn't really represent game dev per se, but it does kind of represent some of the idea that I'm trying to get at. Actually, I this is where it's going to become very apparent that I have no sense of geography because I'm going to draw in land masses and they're not going to make any sense. Um, uh, and yeah. uh, so I think this is what I think this is roughly what Earth is like in terms of its shape. Hold on, let me. Oops! Wait, what just happened? Oh, right, because I. Hold on, let me hide this for a second. Because I'm not actually connected. Oh no, I'm connecting the lines. This is the. That's totally Earth, you guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's totally Earth. That is Earth, like all day. But man, like I mean, apart from the fact that it doesn't look like Earth, it's like Terra brand sweet potato chips. All right, I won't judge Terra brand sweet potato chips just by the smell. That sounds good, sweet potato chips. I don't know if I've had those before. Uh, so I already code is a very code is like an code is one aspect of game development, Jocko, but like um, you can have game development without code. So uh, again, like oh, did I ever? I don't think I probably got distracted by how bad my Earth drawing was, and I never really explained that. Like, so part of the reason that that like just showing the Earth was like okay for me, kind of in terms of like what I wanted to show for the panel. Although it doesn't necessarily represent game dev. Part of the thing that I find really exciting about game dev actually, or game dev streaming actually, is that not that it's anything specific to game dev really. Like there's like a million things that could be really interesting to. Oh, this was Florida, I think. I think this was supposed to be Florida. um, anyways, yeah, like there's nothing special about game dev that that like you can only stream game dev. Like you can stream anything, and like there are a million things. I think that the world might be a better place if streamed. No, I just like about professional transparency. I just think it's like a good thing, or it's like a helpful thing, right? So yeah, that was like I don't think the world is sufficiently representative, and there's the fact that I can't render it. So I guess those are two reasons that I probably won't go with it. But yeah, so like in a while the Earth is like too vague, and that's why I might not want to go with it. Code is too specific. Like code, on the other hand, like I mean, I don't know. I'm saying all these things about like, oh, this is to this is to that. I might end up with something like worse than the things I've already rejected, just because like I don't really know how I'm going to convey this stuff otherwise. Like so yeah, right. So like oops. Oh yeah, yeah, actually. Oh yeah, so one thing that I thought of yesterday but I never actually tried was possibly turning into possibly oh, I might have precluded myself from this option when I used like 50 when I used like the grid used to be like 100 pixels by 100 pixels, or like 100 units by 100 units. And I might have closed myself off from this because I cut it down so that the grid is now 50 units by 50 units. I was thinking of doing like something pixely. So like, because the nice thing about like working with pixels, and like I don't know, maybe I can like fit this in somehow. Is like the nice thing about pixels is that like even though like the edges of these things are like cutting off like some of them, like pixels themselves are like so big that you know, it's okay if like some of them get cut off a little bit. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I don't even know if that's true, but I was thinking like it might be one way to I don't know. One of my pixels. or just a checkerboard pattern. But like, I don't know. I was thinking like, so yeah. So I mean, one way to represent games, very in a very like traditional and literal sense, is just to draw like pixel art of a uh, like some character, right? Like or like pixel art of like basically anything. It just screams games, right? Because when people see pixel art, they think games. So I don't know. Uh, so actually, yeah, maybe this isn't a bad idea. Maybe I should just do like big pixel art of I don't know what, like something. It would have to be like an object that you might find in a game that represents like what this panel is about, in my opinion. When I say my opinion, I mean what I specifically in my opinion, not just because it's important for me to like have complete control over all of this, but because what this panel is about, in my opinion, might differ from how other people would have put this panel together. But I'm the one putting this panel together, so incidentally, because of that, I want the poster to accurately represent what it's going to be about, so that people will know what they're getting into. So that if I put something together that people don't find interesting, they won't. Side quest. Side quest, unfortunately, is not actually pixel art, so it doesn't look good when you blow it up. Like it doesn't even look like it just looks bad. It just looks real bad. Here, I can prove it. uh, I made a little app. I tried actually. I thought it would be cute if I made my Twitter avatar the side quest dude. Wait, where did I put it? Oh, did I do this on my other computer? No, I did it on this computer. Uh, Wait, but I didn't put it in pictures. Oh no, it's right freaking here. Yeah, when you look at the, I guess I mean it could be worse. I guess. Uh, um, I don't know. We can call that one of the plans, like one of the alphabetical plans. Like this is plan H. This is plan like G. This is plan like L. So we call that one of the plans. But just I guess because I have like I mean the panel isn't for the panel it's March 7th, so I have like more than a month. I mean I don't literally want to spend all my time working on this, but I figured just because I have that much time, I could produce something. I could produce something in that time. Yeah. So like the first thing I thought was like a character, right? Like I think I even said that. Like yeah, I said like oh what represents games is like a pixely character. But then as soon as like I was like even before I even finished uttering that sentence, what occurred to me is like actually there are a lot of pixely things that represent games. Like if for example if you saw a pixely picture of like a ham leg, that represents games because like back in the day you kicked open a trash can and there was a ham leg and that was how you got your health back, right? So I don't know. I guess if I get too esoteric, like it might go over the heads of like a younger audience. Do kids these days understand that if you find a turkey in a dumpster, you're supposed to eat it and it'll make you healthy? Like maybe that's lost on this generation. But, I mean, obviously. Um, um, All right, so I'm gonna. I guess like one way to find out like if this approach is even gonna make sense would just be like not like because it's gonna take me forever to like actually make like a pixel thing, but if I just like or if I just like see what like a pixely sprite-y thing would look like in this context, that might help. So the other thing that occurred to me like might look weird is that the devices I drew all had very rounded edges, so it might look weird to have like like a square grid underneath the rounded edges. And pixel art tends to be square grids. Although, I mean, if I wanted to get cute, I could make it a rounded edged pixel grid. to go here, but yeah, like just to see if this even reads. Like for all I know, like it's just going to be as indecipherable as everything else we've looked at. So like I don't know, like this for example. I'm honing in on this one because like this is like, oops, wait, where'd it go? This is like about the pixel. What is this, like 8-bit? I guess like I was picturing 8-bit, and so copy image, I guess. So paste, sure. Oh yeah. So the thing about Paint.net is that it doesn't. Well, that's not too fuzzy. It fuzzes the edges of of pixel art. Like you can't. It doesn't scale up like uniformly. So well, so for one thing, that makes a lot of things look weird. So let me just let me get rid of oops, no. My kingdom for a paint.net or like a paint program in general where the sampling mode for spill and color pick are separate values that you can adjust independently. So like something like that might work. Hey, that's not my favorite chirping noise. I gotta do something there. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna add to the back. Sorry, that chirping noise is the new indicator for the passive events, and it's just so that when a passive event occurs, if you're really interested to see when your passive, like when your character gets passive events, you'll have some indication, so you'll know when to look on screen. So for example, if we look on screen, I mean, it's probably a lot of them have probably already gone past, but if we look on screen, hypothetically, people would, yeah, like, oh hey Jocko, congratulations, you leveled up. Yeah, it'd be showing. Okay. Yeah, so I just got that little chirpy noise, and like it's very close to like what I was hoping for, but for one thing, I don't think the set volume thing is actually working. I think it's as loud as it has always been. So that's interesting. and then also I think I don't know. I think I just want like a slightly better noise there because as I was saying earlier, I think like I don't know. I like so all the audio that I'm using, which are just like the new follower noise, the event noise, and now this chirp noise, were all done by the same person because it's the only person I know of that does zero license audio stuff. But I don't know. I might have to just branch out, find something different, because I think this person's made like a grand total of like 16 sound effects, and like the other two worked okay, but it might just be about time for me to find some other ones. All right. Did I put that? I said I was gonna put that in the backlog. I don't think I actually put it in the backlog, or the future log, as mine is. So new chirp sound, and that is for Journey. Yes, good. Add. The weird thing about this program is that like for me personally, like the one thing that I'm still getting used to is I just started using Trello recently, and if you click add card, and it looks like there's a thing here, but if you like typey whatever, and then click away, it disappears. Like I clicked add card, and then I typed a thing, and it looked like there was a card here. To me, that felt like I added a card, but it doesn't actually add it until you click the add button. And as soon as you click the add button, it gives you a new card, which again feels weird to me. Oh, oops, I didn't actually mean to make this. How do I delete? Delete. No, just delete. What? What? Oh, maybe if I just delete it, it'll automatically delete itself. Nope. Seriously? I don't want to do any of these things. I just want to delete it. I mean, I guess I can just leave it there, and the next time Stop, you. Ah, what are you doing? I can just like leave it there, and then the next time I need to, next time I need a new card, I can just use this one. I want to stop. Stop it. Whatever. Fine. You know what, Trello? Now my backlog is gonna have a new item. Find out how to delete Trello. Oops, Trollo. I'm gonna leave it as Trollo cards. Trollo cards. How do you like that? Trollo. Alright. Alright, so, uh, wait, what?